And I feel like it's such a high density of talented, smart, just such creative storytellers that it's really unmatched.
And Nick.
I'm here too. Don't leave me out.
Welcome to the Two Authors Podcast, an entertaining chat show hosted by best-selling mystery and thriller authors Douglas Pratt and Nicholas Harvey, in lively, humorous and informative conversation with distinguished guests who share their thoughts and experience about forging a successful author career.
Welcome to the Two Authors Podcast, recorded live.
That's right. We are live today.
Recorded live. I love that, recorded live. Was it live or not live?
Well,
It was
definitely
recorded
live.
We're live.
We're live here,
But we're
but what
recording
they're-
it.
yeah, but you
we're
guys-
not live as you're listening to
Yeah,
it.
the
It was
listeners
recorded.
out there are hearing it, and it's been a few weeks out probably. So
We're already goofy and
We're-
punchy. We
yeah.
only just got here. So this
Yeah.
is NINC 2025. The theme is Thrive.
Thrive. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Like this is for people. Like we talk about NINC a lot. NINC is in St. Pete Beach. It happens middle of September, pretty much every year, and is a. I mean, you can't beat the beach right here. So
Absolutely, and it's 4 days, which is kind of 3 and a bit days, because it starts Wednesday evening.
Yes.
Checking in, which we've just done,
and we got a nice dinner
greeting
coming
dinner.
up. Yeah,
We
we're looking
do.
forward to that. So.
And then there's 3 days of sessions with presenters and lots of meet and greet. And I'm excited about the fact that they're kicking off this year with Mosh, which is meet our sponsor something else. What's the
happy
second
hour,
S?
I think, wasn't it? It was a happy hour
Well, it
for a
used to
long
be at
time.
the end of the
so
day,
I
but
think
now
they
it's
just-
going to be at the beginning of the day, which I like. I like.
Well,
the
I know
idea
you
of.
do because you love to get up early. The rest of
It's not that
the
early. It's
rest of
like
us
10 o'clock in the morning.
The rest of us are like,
Whatever. I get up yet. So anyway, we're going to kick off with that, and then lots of sessions, and we are going to try and bring you recordings from some of the vendors, some of our author friends that are here.
Yeah, a lot of
and,
people.
how it's going.
We've got a lot of former guests who've been here.
I know,
so-
isn't
and so
it?
it's
It's
great.
really cool how many people I've seen already
Yeah.
that have already been on the show. We've
Oh,
already
totally.
conned that many people into being on our show. It's pretty
couple
impressive.
A couple of people came up and want to be on our show now. So we
Yeah.
may have to let them.
And Tom Donnelly.
Yeah,
So
we may have
T.D.
to have
Donnelly-
T.D. Donnelly will have
I
to
believe
be,
we're putting a Two Authors Podcast ban on having Todd Donnelly on our show.
Well, maybe. We may have a little chat with him at one point, but that'll be all he gets.
That's all he gets. That's all he gets. All right. So, as always, the show's brought to you by Vellum.
Yes, and Vellum is here.
They're
I'm
here.
looking forward to
In
talking to
fact,
them.
we've
Good
seen the
feedback.
Brads.
Yes.
And we're going to chat with the Brads, so we'll bring them on and talk a little bit about what they get out of the show. And thank you, as always, to those fellas.
Yes.
And we're wearing fancy
We got our
podcast,
fancy podcast
Hawaiian
shirt,
shirts.
which probably available for somebody to buy if you really want to wear a Hawaiian shirt that has our logo on it, right? I mean,
if you're really searching for a bright blue and white shirt with looks like a crew shirt with a purple stripe around the sleeve with Vellum on it, then email me and I'll get
absolutely,
you one.
yes.
Yeah. So, and don't forget our Patreon, guys. We've been doing started Patreon a little while back. If you think you get some value out of, not us, of course, because there's no value in us, but the guests that we have on the show,
Absolutely.
then
And
please,
please
support
join
our
it. We got all
Patreon.
sorts of fun things. So.
Yeah. Let's talk to some people.
Let's do it.
Brad from Vellum.
Hey,
Welcome.
Thank you.
So
Thank
great
you.
to have you, hang out with you in real life.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. This is
And our
fun.
listeners can't see this, but you're wearing a beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful Two Authors
outfits.
podcast shirt with lovely sleeves that
Yeah.
have the
Everybody-
Vellum logo.
Everybody's raving about it. They said, "Man, your sleeves are
I've
on
gotten
the
a lot of
Vellum,"
compliments
so-
today.
Nice. We got to get your brother, your other brother Brad in one, but it's not really his vibe.
No,
is it?
no.
No.
If you could just do it in all black.
Yeah.
I was like, you could
do a tone black one.
shoot
on the Brad.
a nice gothic one. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down with that. This one gets coffee stains on it already.
Yeah. No, I
I'm
had
surprised I
to
haven't
keep
done it
this
yet.
in the corner, keep it nice and clean for this event.
Beautiful. All right. So you've been coming to NINC for quite a few years with Vellum, and what do you get out of it as a vendor?
It is a great place to just talk to people who've been doing this for a while, really understand like where people are going, where people want to go. It's great to hear like what they want from us. It's great to be able to just talk to them. It's a really nice environment, a laid back environment. We just really really like being here.
Absolutely. I mean,
The tent's good, huh?
The tent's
I
really
think it's
nice.
a better location.
Yeah,
than before.
yeah. It's
we could put trapeze in. This looks like a circus tent. It's really great. So.
Well, we got a couple of clowns in.
But yes, yeah. Our good friend Armand's already poked fun at us today. So
I was saying it feels more like a bit like a wedding. It's very orderly.
Yeah.
Here,
Very
everyone's
nice,
in a nice line.
yes, like receiving line, but it's really great. This is our Mosh event, which is a good opportunity for any of the attendees to come just talk to the vendors.
Yeah, it's really great. We meet pretty much everyone at the conference.
Right.
And we may not have a long conversation with them right now, but we're gonna see them again, and they know who we are. Yeah,
so
and we can talk more. So it's really great. A lot of people are just excited to put a face to the product and just know that we're here to talk to them all week.
That's one thing I like about this is it does make the vendors look like people, and because sometimes you get it's just a company, but it's not. And that network and that connection that we make here is so great.
Yeah,
So,
and we're all interested in the same thing.
Something like I did on Vellum the other day, I sent a message, and you guys messaged me back and go, "You're an idiot. Just fix this." And I was like, "Oh, wow!"
And you can picture the faces saying,
I know.
Like telling you an idiot.
He did say Brad. I don't know which one it was that answered me, but I was like,
Hide behind the Brad screen.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
But no, it is great. I think that's one of the things I love about NINC is it's an opportunity to connect with the vendors and really get to know that these people are here to help you.
Yeah,
not
for
just
sure.
trying to,
For sure.
And presumably, post shows like this, you see a bump in subscription.
We interestingly, what we mainly take from this is here's what we should be working on. Here's what we should be doing. Here's how we can, it's the beginning of our plan for the next year.
Yep.
And that's huge. And that's what you really get best when you're face to face with someone.
For sure, yeah.
Understanding what they're going through and what can help
what
them.
the authors are looking for, and then what you can add to it, and because everybody's different. Like what we look for in thrillers is not the same as what they look for in romance.
Yeah,
so.
and a lot of them start with, "I've got a crazy idea," or "I'm doing something that you probably don't want me to do," and we're like, "Well, tell us more." And that's how we first heard from people who were writing their books in Vellum, and said, "You know what? If you just add this one feature, it would make my life so much easier." We're like, "Oh, okay, sure, we'll do that."
Yep.
So it's huge.
And that's great. I think that's awesome. And that's what makes it such a small community, and it's such a great great part of this conference and anything, just working with the vendors like you guys. So
Yeah,
it's great.
Well, thank you so much for supporting us
to work.
and working with us, and good luck at the show.
And thank you for the cool shirt.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. All the ladies will be you'll be beating them off.
That's already happened.
It's a rough life, yeah.
All right, now you got to get back to work because other band's doing it all over there.
All right,
All right. Thank you, guys.
David Behrens.
That's what they call me.
Presidente of
El Presidente.
El
He's
Presidente.
the man.
Get it right.
Yes.
Get it right.
He's the man.
Yeah.
So,
So, this is your role this year. You understudied last year, as it were. And what does it entail? What have you had to do?
A lot of nothing. I just sit in the office and say no or yes. That's it. No.
oh wow.
No, every year it's a different hurdle, and I think what people don't understand is there's a lot of stuff that happens that you don't see.
Right.
There's a lot of admin, a lot of stuff in the background that makes all this possible. My job as president is to hopefully just hold the reins a little bit.
Right.
Steer NINC in a direction that we all think is good.
Right. Absolutely.
Strengthen the organization.
And this is already a great organization. Like we love NINC anyway, so just making it better is always a good thing.
This year, what's different this year? Because you're trying to do something a little bit different, right? Different presentations.
Yeah. The one thing that's different this year is we've tried to make the events happen in a way that makes sense for the networking.
Yeah.
You guys both know.
Right.
The networking is the big thing. So we are at Mosh, which used to happen in the evening.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the evening would be devoted to just going to dinner, going out to get a drink, whatever. And the meetings would then happen the next day.
Right.
So now this gives these companies, these sponsors that have made this all possible, a chance to set up a meeting with you at lunch where they still recognize you and still know you and still know what you're talking
Right.
about.
And you got some really good sponsors here. Like there's a lot. I mean, how many sponsors do we have?
I don't know how many, but the amount that we we produce from
20 or
sponsors.
25 tables a year on the bare minimum. I can't count.
It's
so.
higher this year than it's ever been. We record break.
And this location is new, which is in the big top tent.
Yes.
But it's better. It's spaced out. It's got more flow. You're not bumping into people all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's mainly because of the growth. This year we had sponsors we had to turn away at the last second because we just didn't have room for them, even with this new location.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's a testament to how good it is for even our sponsors to come.
So what would be like for some of the people who don't know much about NINC, and what's a good reason you want to be a part of NINC?
So it's all about the network. It's all about meeting other authors who maybe are that step ahead of you, or they've tried something and they've found some success, and they're an adjacent genre or in your genre. And there's an old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yep.
So I think an author that you meet here that you connect with personally may have gold for you, and you may have gold for them. So I think that's where it really shines.
Absolutely.
We get a lot of people together that are at a certain level of their career that know things that maybe another author might not have experienced yet, and they can share it with them.
Yeah.
So it's really a good opportunity to meet a lot of people.
Oh yeah, and we love it. So it's a great organization.
Yeah, it's the one I come to every year. I know you're a whore. You do it really well.
I do a couple of them. I'm not a big whore as some people.
Well,
I do a lot of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun, but this is one that's a guarantee I will never miss it because it's just great, and plus the beach is 50 feet away. So
that's the other part. Yeah,
need the beach,
location.
Exactly.
That's right.
Dave,
Thank you, Dave, so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you
You
guys.
have to go say yes, no to more things. So
You'd be in charge.
Thanks for a great talk.
Thanks, guys.
Mel and Tordra,
Yes.
the engine behind NINC.
Yeah.
We already spoke to the captain, who really doesn't do very much.
Wait, who's
David.
the captain? Hold on.
David.
Oh,
Yeah.
David's
I
the
like
captain.
They're tear-off captains. Every year you get to
Okay.
the end, you tear it off, throw it away,
Right.
get a new one.
We break them.
But you
fast.
guys are the ones that stick around. So talk a little bit about what it takes to put on these events. It's a year-long process, right? I mean, it starts the day after this one ends.
It is. Well, pretty close. I mean, we might take a few days to recover, but pretty much a year-long process. Yeah, planning, organizing, spreadsheets.
I love my
She's pointing
spreadsheets.
to Mel with a spreadsheet.
This conference is run by Google Sheets. I should see if they will sponsor us because that is how all the organizing happens.
Gotcha. So what's the building blocks? So after this one's done and the dust settles, and you go, okay, next year, so you take a little input of what happened this year,
Right.
and do you start with who's going to present? Do you start with what? You tell me. What do you start with?
Well, we always have a theme, which
Yep.
comes from our president that year, and then we kind
Next
of.
year's theme by David is dude.
No, David won't be the president.
No.
It'll be Kevin
that's right.
McLaughlin.
He's a tear-off.
Kevin will be, and he has chosen it, but we're not going to announce it here. It will be announced shortly.
Oh, you can announce it here.
No.
It's only our mums listen to the show. It's fine.
No. They're announcing it at the annual general meeting on Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
This
And
comes
then
out
it'll
right
be-
after that. So
Then it'll be public knowledge.
yeah, but this airs in 2 weeks, so you can slip it out right here, just between us. It's true.
Okay, go ahead. You
All
go
right,
ahead.
so it's going to be excellence.
Oh, awesome.
2020.
Ecstasy. Did you say ecstasy?
Did you say ecstasy?
I did. Yeah. we
Now
are
I'm
beach.
concerned about what's happening.
Well,
Excellent.
he's British. You can't really. The language barrier is tough on him. So, and now he's in Florida. He really doesn't understand everybody. So,
Exactly. No, Kevin believes that, and we agree that excellence is what's going to define us over the next years as the market becomes increasingly busy and filled, and so we're excited.
Yeah, we're thrilled. And to answer your question, all the pieces start coming together all at once. The wonderful thing about us being at the Trade Winds every year, and we're here for the next 3 years, we're contracted. The hotel staff is amazing. We know the resort really well.
Right.
And when you know the foundational pieces that you're working with, it gives us a lot of room to play. So we've made changes in the schedule this year. we moved the Meet Our Sponsors Happy Hour into this beautiful pavilion, which is much better air conditioned and a much bigger space
I
than
think
we
the
had
consensus
before.
on this move is 100% thumbs up. Yeah, both the timing and the venue.
Yeah, so that was a big change, and then we've turned Saturday into Solution Saturday.
I like that too. We were talking about that with David yesterday at the dinner.
Yeah.
And that sounds like it's like mini masterminds, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Kind of like an extended uncon, but very topical. So that's very cool. And then we also, speaking of extending things, we extended our lobby into Wrong Key. And so we have network at NINC.
And that's very nice.
It
A
is.
nice little
It's
space
comfy.
there.
It's cozy.
Gorgeous.
And we have
it's-
soft couches, and that's important.
I know. After a couple of nights out of the Tiki Bar, those soft couches feel good in the morning.
That's right. We'll have to have the same rule we had when I worked at the library, which was no sleeping on the couches. No sleeping on the couches.
Yeah, we got to figure out who the culprit is, and it's not me. I'm probably not a sleeper that much.
That's right.
So-
But we make these changes, and then we will regroup in a week or so and say what went well, what kind of feedback did we get,
Right.
how can we make next year even better.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a constant improvement. You guys are doing a great job at it. So thank y'all
you.
very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so we had what's going to be on Monday, yesterday's news, David Behrens as president. The incoming president of NINC is none other than Kevin McLaughlin, who was on our show the other week.
Yes, he was. So it was great.
Hi there.
How are you going to steer this ship, Kevin? Where are you going to take this thing?
Well, David's done a really good job of figuring out where we're at and setting a course toward a future NINC that's going to be stronger and be able to do a lot more for authors. So I'm going to pretty much pick up that ball that he's already started moving, and I'm going to continue what he's been starting. The initiatives that he's begun are going to be my project for next year.
That's perfect. And I think the main guideline is when you come up with something, when Mel and Tordra look at you like, no, Kevin, no, then it's no.
Yeah, and Laura too. Don't forget Laura.
Oh, so How dare you? So the changes we made this year, we've been chatting about it with a lot of people. I mean, we're just kicking off. This is really day one of everything happening. But moving Mosh to the different venue and having it in the morning is a perfect way of getting this. This is going great.
This is going amazing.
Yes.
The new site, I wasn't sure what a tent was going to look like when I
know,
realized.
so it's in a tent, right?
No, this isn't a tent. This is a pavilion.
Called
Yeah,
the pavilion. Yeah,
it's
pavilion.
nice and cool. There's way more space. I love having the snacks and stuff laid out for people. Everyone seems like they're having a really good time. The only thing I think might have made a difference would have been extended an extra hour.
Yeah, it's going to run out of time.
Because, people are like, oh my gosh, I've only got an hour left and I still got to get another dozen stamps.
Yep. Yeah. And everybody, it's a long. There's lines of people. So for listeners, it's really great. Like you see these people who are lined up to talk to vendors and stuff, and it's just a great opportunity to connect with the people that help make our books work. So
Absolutely.
You have ECX here. You have KDP, I think, is here, or Amazon ads. You've got Vellum, of course. Lots of people out here and some of them I didn't know about. I looked up a few of them, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of
there's a bunch of new people. David was saying they've got a lot of new sponsors and vendors here.
And some of the old sponsors are doing new things. Like, I did not know that Ingram was doing an ads platform until I got here today, and now I do. So, I probably, a lot of people already knew that. I just didn't. So, but that's the point, is this is a good...
Lots of stuff I don't know. I find out, I'm like, I guess I should know that, or we're in the business. So, yeah, but it changes so fast. And if you're not coming to conferences like this, you don't always get what the new stuff is, because, unless it's something you see online, then you're missing out. And a lot of that information is misinformation. So,
Yep. Or you get it 6 months or 12 months later or whatever.
Right, absolutely.
Being able to come to events like this makes a big difference when it comes to knowing what's hot right now, knowing what's changing right now. And things change fast.
Yeah.
Like, I just listened to the Spoken product again last night and today. Compared to 6 months ago when I was at Writer MBA, it's day and night improved. It's crazy how fast some of the stuff can get better.
The technology is going crazy. I mean, what you can do with AI is vastly different than a year ago. I mean, like you said, every company has got it. Every company is moving forward, and you can find all sorts of new things. So,
Kevin, on a personal note, you still write books for a living?
I do.
Yeah. So how does this dovetail? I mean, what do you think the duties are going to impact your writing for the year?
At this event, what I usually try to do is I usually try to look around for one or two big ideas that I can use and change, because the risk of coming to an event like this is that you end up deluged. It's like a fire hose, you know.
Absolutely.
So there's so much information and there's so many new things. So I usually try to pick out one or two things that I'm going to focus on. And my plane flight home will probably be going over all of the different stuff that I've learned or picked up, and then narrow it down to one or two things that I'm going to really run with for the next 6 months or so.
That's excellent. Hey, thank you for taking the time and dropping in. Good
no problem, guys.
Ahead, and we look forward to next year's.
Yeah.
James Blatch, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to see you here.
I can't believe I'm on this show.
I know.
It's like a bucket list moment for me. Thank you for having me.
We got to get you on permanent. We got like two Yanks or two boots and a Yank kind of a thing. I know.
Something about a cup as well. Two authors and a cup. No, let's not do that. I'm having a great time because particularly Brad from Vellum, there's obviously two Brads from Vellum, famously.
The Brads are awesome.
The Brad you spoke to, he remembered that I love junior mints, and I just mentioned to him you can never find them anymore. Like in gas stations, they don't seem to sell them anymore. And he brought me 2 packets. Aren't Vellum the best?
Vellum's amazing.
I mean, of all the products in it, some good products, great services, but I would always say Vellum's the one that's got everything right.
Yep.
I know the PC people will say it's not on PC, but you know that's their fault.
Yeah, they got an adaptive window that
there's
you
a way
in if you wanted to. So it's worth buying them. I bought a Mac just to use Vellum.
Yeah.
So it's well.
Apple should invest. They should pay Vellum.
They really should.
Yeah, they really should.
Yeah.
So this is reconnaissance for you too. So I've heard nothing but good things about the SPF conference earlier this year.
Yeah.
I'm definitely thinking of going next year if I could fit it into my.
Love to have you there.
London.
And London knows me.
I bet they do.
It's not allowed back.
Exactly. So talk a little bit about your conference. What are you going to do next year?
Yeah, so Self-Publishing Show Live in London. It'll be our 6th year in June. We are doing it on the 11th and 12th. A slight change of venue. So we didn't get booted out, but the venue we've used for 5 years has an anniversary and they're full. So we're in County Hall, which is an iconic building nearby. Day 1 will be like a plenary day. Everyone in the same room, bit of craft, bit of marketing. Day 2 will be broken up into workshops, a bit more like the experience you get at NINC. Yeah. And you'll be able to choose. It'll be 101 and 202, so beginners will find workshops for them.
Idea.
Yeah, we don't want to make it. It's like NINC is a bit higher level. London, if you haven't published a book yet, you're still going to get something out of it. And we always get beautiful weather, always. I don't know why, because London doesn't normally, but
we just jinxed the fuck out of it.
Oh my God, I shouldn't have said it out loud. Yeah, and we'd love to see you there. So it's. If you want to come.
It's great, yeah. Hopefully everybody heard that the other benefit of doing this is you're going to hear there's free mimosas here in NINC.
Yeah, if you weren't sure that it was live, you think we backtracked.
Yeah.
Bill came on and said free mimosas. I'm lucky you kept James here. You sort of.
I think I'm going to have a day off today. I've been here since Saturday, and I need a day off now. So I'm too old to drink every day.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, we are doing food and drink all day this next year as well, which we've not done before. We've kept the costs as low as possible, but most of the conference venues, frankly, they don't allow you to do that. And
right, yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. I'm reconnaissance. I'm chatting to people who I want to speak at the show. I'm going to quietly listen to a few of the sessions because I'm still putting together the program. See who's delivering some value.
Well, it's true. Just like the author community that supports themselves, the conferences support themselves too, right? I mean, there's the same people are going to multiple conferences, and so it's a very friendly.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happens in the background between us and Author Nation and the Ireland show now with Siobhan Purcell. Some of it's quite serious stuff about code of conduct and how we deal with stuff and sharing intelligence, and some of it's happier side of things about sponsors and where they're going to go. Sponsors will tell to me we're going to do Author Nation this year. That's fine, of course, but we keep a conversation going with them and say, what can we do that you think you're getting out of NINC or you're getting out of Author Nation that we're not doing, and I'll have that same conversation with the organisers here.
Right,
it's not like we're rivals, it's just how the community works, isn't it?
Beautiful. Well, the best of luck with SPF next year. It's a great show. I hope to see you there.
Yeah,
and thanks for dropping by.
Hey,
so much.
My pleasure.
Well, we've got the T.D. Donnelly, Thomas Dean Donnelly here.
we was making it around. So you're a first timer here for NINC. First time industry guest, first time experience it. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, I'm having a blast. I mean, everybody, and I mean everybody, said that of the conferences, NINC is the most fun. NINC is the one that year in, year out, don't miss that one. And I can see why. It's you know, you go to some of the other shows. I love all the shows that I've been to, don't get me wrong. But most of the best information I get is not in the room, not in the talk. It's the conversations after.
Yeah.
And this convention is really geared towards the conversations.
We were just chatting with both David, our friend David Behrens, who's the president this year, and Mel and Tordra, who put this thing on every year. And that's been a concentrated focus of theirs, is to increase the available time to be able to network, not just with the other authors, but with the vendors. And that they seem to have hit that mark.
Well, and I think it does focus really hard on what this community is like. And you've got 30 years of writing experience, but not as an indie, so you're kind of coming into it as a new person. I mean, so you see it a little bit differently?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. I do think that, I come with a certain lens, and the lens is, in Hollywood, writing is a knife fight in a phone booth. And
It's a great description.
And here, in the indie world especially, it's like being invited into Smurf Village. Everyone's singing and waving to each other. Literally, Doug, you and I were at BoucherCon.
A lot of mushrooms, that's it.
Doug, you and I were at BoucherCon 2 weeks ago,
yes,
which is 90%, 95% trad. And one of the trad authors who I've known for some time, in Hollywood, I've adapted a lot of big, I've worked with Clive Cussler, I've worked with Ray Bradbury, I've worked with a lot of big authors. And they were asking me, you went indie, really? What do you think the main difference is between trad authors and indie authors? I said, indie authors aren't miserable.
Very true. Very true.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Tom, you're doing a presentation. You're going to do a talk, right? What are you going to say to the people?
I was just talking about how all the great information is not at the talks, and yet, yes, I am a speaker, a speaker this year.
Nice lead-in for yourself.
No, listen, I'm not a great salesperson. I gave a talk at the Indie Author Mastermind in Aruba a few months ago, and people said, get that talk out, give it to everybody. It's about how to sell to Hollywood, right?
Who doesn't want to sell
Indie authors know very well how to market to a particular audience, right? How to research, how to learn your business, and how to attack a market. Hollywood is just the hardest market to market to, but it's still it is still attackable. It's still targetable. It is much more of a crapshoot, but your odds can increase depending on your behavior, depending on what you do, depending on what kind of books you write and how you want to approach Hollywood. And there is, I tell everyone all the time, there is no way to get your book made in Hollywood, and yet it happens every day. Right. I'm going to talk about how it happens every day and what lessons you can learn from that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Tom. We love having you here for the first time. So
my absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, we're sitting here with the one and only Armand Rosamali. How you doing today, Ron?
Close. You got real close with the name.
Man, yeah. You got a lot of
Yeah, there you go. The guy who's not even born here knows how to say it.
Oh, well, he tells me all the time I don't talk right.
No, you don't.
He says,
All right, you've been coming to this NINC event for many years. You're a Floridian.
Yeah.
So what do you find you get out of it?
You know what? For me, it's definitely the networking. It's definitely a lot of this stuff. I mean, I've been in this for 30 years. So a lot of this is stuff that the three of us all already know, more or less. There's a couple of things. I always like Doug always finds that shiny object he chases every year. And then the next year you're like, how did you do with that? And he's like, oh yeah, I stopped after a month. But I find it more of the networking and the meeting people, hanging out with you guys and, that kind of thing.
It does help you kind of judge where you are and what you're doing based on the people around you. And this is the good opportunity, I think, to sit down and say, hey, what is working for you? What's not? And comparing it to what we're doing. Because, while there are lots of shiny objects, some of those really do work. And if you don't try them, you don't know.
Well, and I also like that like you guys, like the people that I do talk to, you're not here to BS. If I ask you a question, you're going to give me real numbers. I'm going to give you real numbers, and we kind of help each other out of what are the things that you guys are doing that really works. And I think that's really important, because a lot of times I'll go to conferences and stuff, and everybody just is there to pump themselves up and to make pretend that they're something that they're not.
Right, absolutely. Good point. I think there's also a good community. Like, we keep going back to this idea of the community that we have here. Like, every author in here, even the ones I met this week who were so willing to share. We've known each other for years, but there's plenty of people out there who are like, as soon as you talk to them, oh wow, immediately ready to share, because that's the kind of community we have. So
we tend to live in a bubble, right? As authors, we got our head down in the keyboard all the time, and we chat a little bit with our group, but it ends up being a relatively small group, and this expands it by a huge amount, and you get a really good kind of take on where the industry's at, what's moving,
and also other genres too. You realize where romance is, where science fiction, where all the other genres are doing, because me and Doug went to BoucherCon, which was phenomenal, but it's all thriller authors. So we that's our peers we're going through, but to see what the rest of the business is doing, I think is also really important. Not to keep your head down and going, I only want to know what tropical authors are doing right now,
Yeah. It does matter. So, and you also have a podcast. You want to give us a quick plug?
I was going to say,
I've had both of you guys on because I couldn't find good guests.
That's fair, and so we are whores. Like that's basically.
I knew you two were definitely coming on. Yeah,
this is definitely a theme of our show.
Yeah. So it's not a podcast. It's basically Armand chats with, and I chat with a different author once or twice a week, and it's just on my YouTube. I don't do it anywhere else. There's no audio version of it, so you have to look at your guys' ugly faces and stuff, my ugly face, But I've been doing it for a couple of months. I think, Nick, you were my first official guest on that one.
Thank you for that.
Doug, you come up very soon as we're recording this, so I've had a lot of cool authors, and I will say, without saying the name, you were talking about an author you were very excited that you got for your podcast.
Yes.
I also have him coming up on mine too.
See, look at
so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's kind of cool. Now I got to beat him to it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I want you guys to do it first, and I'm going to say, oh, did you go on that garbage podcast? Luckily, you're on mine now. We'll wash the stench of that off of you. Yeah,
we do our best. Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Welcome, Diana Zurissa, who came on our show earlier this year.
Yes.
And it's, let's see, what time is it? It's 10 past 11. So what, you've done about 12,000 words before you came here to Mosh?
She's volunteering everywhere here.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm really happy to see you guys again, and but I am volunteering here, so I'm not doing as much writing. I do have my laptop, but it hasn't come out of the safe since I got here.
Nice.
The first time I saw you yesterday, I didn't even place you because you were like organizing and doing stuff. You were working here, and I'm like, I know, wait, that she doesn't do, she writes books. What's she doing?
But so you're volunteering, so what does that entail, first of all, like if for people who are interested in this?
Not a whole lot, actually.
I've kind of
yeah, right. Now, I've done different things over the years, but this year I'm just on the conference cruise, so we move banners around, and we've been taking the tickets at the door and things like
Whatever
that.
You're told to do, right?
Yeah, it's just a chance to give a little bit back to NINC, because I think it's such a great organization.
So how long have you been coming to NINC?
The volunteering,
or just in general,
actually attending.
I think my first NINC was 2019.
Okay.
I did miss 2020, but I've been at every one since, and I've been volunteering for like 3 years now. So
what do you think is the benefit to coming to NINC for all
the big takeaways?
The big takeaways.
It's just a chance to talk to other authors who are already at a certain level in their career. You hear stuff here that you don't hear other places. And plus, they have a lot of vendors, and you really can, and it's small enough that you can sit down and have a long conversation with a vendor and really find out what they're doing and how they work, and people I've never even heard of before that are here today that I'm like, I gotta really talk to them.
Yeah, there's some neat vendors that I'm like, wow, what do they do? And we'd look them up and go, oh, that's kind of cool. So
that's a super good point, because it is a major conference. So it's a major author conference, but it's not that big. You mentioned it's small enough, and it's key, right? This is you get to meet the vendors. You get to say, hey, can we have a chat later for 5 minutes, and go chat with them face to face.
And there's a Tiki Bar. You can the conversations with the vendors at the Tiki Bar are some of the best conversations you'll ever have in your career.
You can get the best kind of commitments about 11:30 at night, well lubed up.
I've done all sorts. I've offered and done anything at 11:30 at night. I've had a couple of those pina coladas in Mesa.
I'm pretty sure I was asked to be on the podcast at the Tiki Bar a couple of years ago.
The Tiki Bar is central to NINC. Like it's the one thing that if it blew away, I think we'd all be devastated.
We'd have to find a new venue. That's it. No Tiki Bar, no NINC. That's
Tiki
it.
Bar is really one of the central places, and it's after hours. Everybody gets to go hang out, and we sit out there and enjoy the beautiful weather, and then just talking to people, and it's one of the best times I have. So
brilliant. Diana, thanks so much for dropping in and saying hi. It was great having you on the show the other month, so appreciate it.
Fun to see you guys in person.
Absolutely.
But you didn't bring the wheel.
I actually intentionally didn't bring the wheel. I went and found it. I was like, I could bring it, and I was like, I'm not. The last time I brought it to NINC, it broke, and so I figured it was already it's that last leg. So.
Leading back in a loop to the Tiki Bar.
Probably, yeah. It was, we should have done all those fun things with it. I had drinks on it. We just spin the wheel.
Thanks, Diana. Get back to volunteering.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Hey, we're standing here now with Dan Wood from Drafted Digital, who is pretty much at all the conferences.
Most of them, yes.
But so give us a little idea. How long have you been coming to NINC?
I think this is my 11th year.
Oh, wow.
Now, it might be 10th because of the COVID year, but I started back in 2014, and it's always been one of my favorite conferences. I've kind of met so many of my best friends in the author and industry world here. I just love this conference because there's so much higher level discussion. Like it can be difficult at some of the bigger conferences where there are a lot of aspiring authors to really talk about everything you need to, because you're trying to meet people at different levels. And so this one has always been a really great one.
And so as a vendor and one of the bigger vendors in our community, like, what is your takeaway on the opportunity like this Mosh is meant for meeting the authors that are coming through here?
I think the most valuable conferences out there are the ones where you get to meet with all the vendors and that people have representatives. And so you have people here from all the larger companies like Amazon and Spotify, Apple, Google Play, companies like us, Drafted Digital, but then a lot of these smaller vendors that do things, make services and products, like the Vellum guys are here. So NINC is probably the best opportunity to kind of network with those people. So I think this is very much a people business, and who you know really helps your career. And so coming to something like this, Author Nation's also a very good one there's a lot of representation of the different companies there, but that's also a lot more people. And so
this is a little more cozy, more intimate.
We were talking earlier with Diana actually about this. She mentioned it's big, but it's small. It really is a major conference, yet it's small enough where people like yourself can actually interact with the authors. And at the Mosh here, you kind of set up that time to go chat with them for 10 minutes later or what have you.
Yes, that's perfect. And because it's on a resort, for the most part, we all kind of stay. We're all, after we get done eating, we're all going to the same Tiki Bar. We're probably all eating at the same restaurants. And so you get to meet people that you might not otherwise.
Yeah, a lot of impromptu conversations. That's one thing that always happens here. You just run, oh, hi, haven't seen you, let's chat. Yeah.
It's really great. And it's great. It's just a great community. And I think that's what we just keep coming back to, that, as authors, we find this is one of the better conferences for really building that community, because the friends we make here last a lot longer than anybody else. I mean, we've said that over and over. Thanks a lot, Dan.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, enjoy the conference. Ricardo Fayette from Reezy, thank you so much for joining us. Seeing you here at NINC again. You've been coming here for how many years?
This is going to be my 8th year. So since 2015 was the first time I came here, I think.
And it's a commitment. You fly over and you come every year to do it. So obviously you get something out of it. Talk about that a little bit. Why do you like this show?
No, absolutely. I mean, personally, it's my favorite conference. I think both for the setting, the level of authors here, the number of authors as well. It's always hard to measure the impact of going to conferences.
Yeah.
But I think coming here year after year, see the number of authors who come to me and say, oh, I've used Reezy for this or that, grew. And I think everyone 80% of the authors here have used Readsy for one thing or another.
Absolutely. I know I have.
Yes.
There you go. So I think it's working. I think we get a lot out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. It must be tough to measure because obviously Readsy is a service that offers all these different things. So you don't know where these people went and used a service of any sort. And there's author services of every kind on there. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the main thing we're known for is our marketplace, where you can come and look for editors, cover designers, marketers, translators, etc. And when someone goes on there and hires a translator, for example, we don't really know if they found us through, an ad, an email, a conference, or whatever. But yeah, as I said, most people here have used this for one thing or another. So I guess coming to conferences works.
One of the things about Reads is great. Every Facebook group I'm in, there's somebody that asks, where do I find an editor? Where do I find a translator? And Reads is like your go-to shop for that, right? Like you just go there.
It's the one-stop shop. That was the whole idea, yeah.
So it's definitely worth it. So you enjoying this conference today, this year, is it so far?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this venue?
Yeah.
Moving it into the tent and space.
The pavilion. Yeah, I think it's nice because I think the number of sponsors also has grown quite a bit.
Yes.
And so here we have more space. I think it's cooler. People complained a little bit about the warmth last year. So as a European, I prefer the warmth to this freezing AC, but I get it. I get it.
So.
Brilliant. Well, we hope you have a wonderful show. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And two people that have also been on our show, and thank you, the AM Strong team of Anthony and Sonia. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi.
Thank you.
So, NINC, why do you like coming to NINC, and what do you feel you're getting out of it here?
It's a nice, small, intimate conference, and it gives us an opportunity to connect with other authors in a relaxed setting, less formal setting than a lot of the other conferences. And we also get to see some of the industry highlights and what people are doing and how some of the vendors have offered new products. And it's just a great place to relax and meet people.
Yeah, it is.
It's also the best conference that we found for the business of being an author.
Oh, yeah.
It helps us stay relevant, and it makes sure that we are on the top of our game and that we're doing everything we need to keep our business going strong.
That's definitely been a common thread as we talk to more people here, and that's why we come back to it for sure.
Yes. And I like that you say that because I was just having a talk with Jan Ryan earlier about, making it is a business. And a lot of the people that come to this conference treat their writing as a business, and that's not necessarily the same at other conferences. So.
Yeah, it's true. Every time we come to NINC and we go away, I have an entire notebook filled with new things to do, and I'm so excited I hardly sleep for like 2 weeks after that, implementing new ideas, and it's an inspiration.
The filtering has to begin, right? Because you can't do it all.
You can't get everything done. You start looking at what can I do, or what's the big idea that I want to take home, and it's usually like who would have just said drinking from a fire hose here, so
it's pretty clear that this year we need to do some edging on our books.
Yes. Very clear. I'm like, I could do like some tropical theme on the side.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
All right. It's been lovely seeing you two in person. Thanks for dropping by and enjoy this show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug and Nick.
Celeste, who came on our show last year, I think it was. Yeah, here at NINC, and you often come to NINC. You also go to some others. How do you like it?
I love NINC. It's one of those conferences that I will always prioritize. There's so much to be gained from this, whether it's time face-to-face with the vendors or the different sessions. There's always something to be taken away. The networking, the chance to see friends. It's priceless to me. It was an aspiration. I kept hearing about how everybody needs to join NINC when you can, because you have to go to the conference, and I did, and I do, and I love it.
Yeah, that's great. It's such a good show. I think we all kind of agree that. So
absolutely. And what have you got coming up author-wise?
I have a book releasing in a few weeks, so I'm excited about that. It's one of my Mafia ones. I'm working on closing the deal for some more audiobooks for my historicals. So it's,
It's all go. It's all go.
If I go more than about 12 weeks without releasing a book, I start to wonder what's happened to me.
But thank you so much for popping over here, just saying hi to us.
Absolutely. It's always nice talking to you, gents.
Oh, you're so nice.
And this is a perfect wrap-up. As you can hear, the crowd has died down in the background.
It's gotten quieter.
And it's lunchtime, so we got to go.
Yeah, some of us are hungry, so.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Celeste.
Thanks, guys.
Alex Sigmore has been on the show before here at NINC, and now we're at Saturday, so we've had several days of this. How have you found it?
I found it very informative,
my brain is very full, and I want to sleep for a week.
What's the biggest takeaways?
I think biggest takeaways were really AI. I think this AI revolution coming, adapting our books for that, I think is a big thing we all need to be looking at.
Learning how to work within the new world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Very cool. It's always great to hang out with you.
Yeah, it's been
Thanks
a great
for dropping by and saying hi.
Thank you.
Cool.
So we're here with Wayne Stennett. How are you doing today, Wayne?
I'm doing real good, Doug. How about yourself?
So it's Saturday now. Give us a little feel of how you're enjoying NINC right now.
Very overwhelming, as always. I always tell people when you come to NINC, don't plan on doing anything for the week after because your brain's mush.
For sure. So what do you think is the big takeaway you've picked up out here?
I think a lot of the AMS ads, we're starting to dig deeper into advertising, and Amazon is starting to help us work with that. And I think that's going to be beneficial in the future.
Right, yeah, for sure. So, well, enjoy the rest of the show and the day. It was a great time having you.
See you
karaoke, yeah. So we're here now with Susie Quinn, coming from way across the pond. How are you enjoying NINC so far?
Well, obviously, I've just met you guys, so...
The best part of your whole trip, right?
The best part of my whole trip, meeting Doug and Nick, yeah.
Of course.
Fantastic. So, yes, I'm doing great. If I hadn't met you guys, I'd be having a terrible, terrible time.
Oh, really? We try. We go around. NINC should put us on as the great greeting squad, so...
Yeah.
Well, what are you taking away from this conference?
So... I think the nicest thing about these conferences is meeting people, right? Genuinely, the people you meet is the nicest thing. So what I really take away from it is nice relationships with other authors, because we don't get our water cooler thing, we don't get breaks where we see our colleagues. So it's really nice to catch up and find out what everyone's doing and that kind of stuff. I have really been enjoying the NINC team. I think they're really great.
Oh, they're brilliant, yes.
I think they've put on a fantastic event, and I've loved all the sessions, but the favourite thing is just, catching up with other authors and finding out what's happening.
Absolutely. We're great to have you here, so we're excited to have you back next year, I hope, right?
Yeah. Hopefully they'll have me back. I mean, after that incident last night.
I don't know. They're questioning their but that's okay. If they let me back in, they're going to let anybody back in, so it's okay.
Okay, right. There's hope for me. That's good.
Yep.
Good.
Tara Ellis, thank you so much for joining us for a moment. How's the conference going for you?
Same as every year. You can't beat a conference on St. Louis Beach. So the answer is it's amazing.
That's fantastic. So how long have you been coming?
This is my second year.
Yep.
And I loved it so much last year that I'm here for 2 weeks this time, soaking up as much sun as possible.
That's actually a good idea. Wayne was just saying you need a week afterwards to kind of decompress and filter everything you learned here and figure out what you're going to put into play, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And, the takeaway from this for me, that is the greatest thing, are the one-on-ones. Nothing beats sitting down and talking to someone, that's the CEO or the, director of a certain industry, and getting that personal information from them. It's amazing, really.
Yeah, I think we've heard a lot about the vendors and the connections we're making with them and how important that is.
Yes.
This is a good chance. Well, a lot of the conferences that we go to don't have the vendors like we do here, and so this is a really great chance to get kind of one-on-one with them. So
yes, and then of course there's the Tiki Hut. That's the other. That's the other. Aspect.
We spent some time there, right?
There's a little bit of time. That's another story.
Thank you so much, Tara. Appreciate it.
All right.
Millie Copper.
Yes, Nick.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You're one of the funnest people I look forward to seeing at NINC every year.
Is that a compliment?
Absolutely it is. You're the smiliest, happiest, lovely.
I don't know. He doesn't really love fun like the rest of us do.
He has that dry sense of humor.
Okay, moving on. So how's the conference been for you?
It's been great. It has been overwhelming at times. There's always so much information. And then, I'm kind of that let's chase the next shiny object type of person, so I have to back off.
Oh, there's a lot of squirrels here.
There are a lot of squares. And I'm not really good at squirreling. I'm a planner. So I want to do it all, and I want to put it all on my planner.
Yep.
And then I just can't. So I have to come back to reality.
Yeah. And then filter it all and figure it out.
Correct.
So any one big takeaway?
Well, you know what I'm going to focus on next year.
Okay, give it to us.
Translations.
Translations.
Yep, that has been everything I'm hearing. It makes me want to do translations. Oh, I got something exciting. Can I tell you guys?
Please do.
This year, my focus has been building a YouTube channel. I hit 1,000 subscribers today.
That is a big mark. You're now monetized.
Soon.
Well, give us the channel.
Millie Copper writes, and I'm putting full-length books up there. I'm putting my old backlist, my original series up there, and I'm doing short stories. And then about once a month, you get to see me, and I get to talk about things like books.
All right, so people have that to look forward to. Thank you so much for joining us, Millie.
Yeah, thank you.
Damon Courtney of Book Funnel, thank you so much for dropping by and joining us. I am looking forward to your karaoke tonight. What do you got lined up for us? That's the most important thing. Then we'll talk about.
You know what? I haven't picked my songs yet. So everybody always asks me, but the funny thing is that I'll pick a couple of songs. But we have so many singers now that they're usually in the night that we're there. There's only enough time for me to maybe get one in. But what generally happens is that I'll get pulled in for duets and group sings from a bunch of other songs. So I mostly just hang out and wait for the others to pull me in. It's like, hey, will you come do this with us? Like, yes, I will come do that with you.
Well, and you got to do Love Shack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a given, right?
with my friend Annabelle, we always do Love Shack. It's kind of a NINC tradition now.
Absolutely, and it's a good one too. So let's talk about the NINC and Book Funnel. So I was in Book Funnel this morning before I came downstairs. I use it for sending out my arts and all that stuff. It's fantastic. And you were speaking here. Great talk yesterday. Give us a very quick overview of what you were chatting about to the crowd yesterday.
The talk was it was titled Connect with Readers, and really it's what we see. You know, I always try to preface when I do a talk that when I'm giving advice, it's not coming from Damon Courtney, the author. I haven't published a book in many, many years, right? So I don't really consider myself a publishing author. But what we do see is how authors on BookFunnel, we have tens of thousands of authors on BookFunnel, what they are out there doing, what is working. And so I come and I try to present information and say, hey, here's what the authors who are really crushing it on BookFunnel are doing. And the thing that we're seeing more and more is as more books flood into the market every year, the authors that are really making a true go of it and really making a living, which at a conference like NINC, I assume most of the people in the room want to be or are already full-time authors. And what we see is the ones that are out there really making true connections with readers, right? When you talk about arts, or bonus content or reader magnets, all of that is all just designed to get readers into your funnel. There's a reason why we called it book funnel, right? But get readers into your funnel and then start trying to move them down what we call the reader journey, which is that they've never heard of you, they've read one of your books, they've become a fan of your books, and then ultimately they've become a super fan of your books. And that's where we want all readers to get to, because a super fan is going to buy everything that you publish forever. If you put out some cool special edition on Kickstarter, your super fans are going to be the ones that are there buying it. I'm a Brandon Sanderson super fan, right? I read fantasy.
And a Swiftie, we know.
And a Swiftie, I'm a huge Taylor Swift. Yeah, I have so many like Taylor Swift vinyls.
The analogies yesterday were hilarious.
Yes, well, and I had my old bodysuit that I have. I put a picture up of it yesterday. But yeah, and that's what you want. When you are a super fan of someone, you're just like, when they do a Kickstarter, absolutely I'll back your Kickstarter. I'll buy that special edition. I don't read paper. Everything I read on my phone. But I'll buy that beautiful leather edition. I'll put it right up on my shelf because I want to support the authors that I love. I want them to keep writing. And that's because those authors, whoever they are, I could list off all of the authors I'm a super fan of, they've made a connection with me either through their writing or through their social media or whatever it is, that I have become a super fan of that author.
That's great. That is a great. You have such a great product anyway. But thanks so much for dropping in by. But I do want to get you a bodysuit, a Douglas Pratt bodysuit.
I'm not even sure what that would look like.
Have you seen those sumo suits that they do sometimes?
Is it a lot of rhinestones?
Hey, you know me very well. So. Thanks a lot, Damon.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, and now we're here with Dina. Also, calling your pen name Deanie Ray.
Deanie Ray, that's
Ray.
Right.
Like she is quite the classic individual. So,
okay, so first of all, we have to censor this. Okay, there may be under 18s listening, so I'm just going to preface that based on the stories Adina has told.
Oh my God!
So let's focus on the conference and during the at the conference, what goes on, Adina?
Sure.
Yeah. So, how have you enjoyed NINC so far?
I have enjoyed it very much. This is my first time on this side of Florida, coming from Europe, and I've enjoyed it very much. I'm always happy to see my friends, my author friends from my community, but also meeting new people.
Fantastic. Any big takeaways from you?
I think the biggest takeaway is also getting in touch with the vendors. There's a lot of vendors at this conference. That's a nice touch. You can get in contact with them. You can set one-on-ones with them. That feels, it's really a close community, either with the vendors. And then there's the authors. The authors that are always sharing their knowledge, their learnings, and it's just amazing.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you'll be coming back next year.
I definitely will.
With a new story.
With a new story, yes.
All right. Thanks, Adina.
Thank you.
Michael from this fabulous new software creator, who's on our show not but a couple of weeks ago, has been here at NINC with us. How you doing?
Great. It's lovely talking with you.
Where are you at with the software?
I've been saying this for a while.
Wait, where are you at with the pencil? I want to know that.
Where's the big pencil, Michael?
I have the big pencil in my backpack right now. I can whip it out for you if you want.
It's not that big if it's in your backpack.
Excuse me while I whip it out?
You don't know how big my backpack is. They're only listening.
All right. Talks about it. Give us an update. It's been a few weeks. How are we going?
We are so close to going into beta. The reason it's been so close for a few weeks is because we keep going into essentially beta is not going to be beta.
Yeah.
So what I ended up realizing is viewers don't want beta movies. They want great movies.
They want movies.
They want movies, period. So we got into this interesting predicament where the software's ready for beta, but beta movies don't work. So I've been doing a ton of internal testing to get it to where we're still calling it beta because it still will get a lot better, but where I'm myself as an author feeling proud of the movies it makes. And we've now got it to the point where I'm excited. We're there, and we're just improving our infrastructure because we also have to scale everything up. As we make a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
So that is the last step, and I anticipate that this week we'll be ready in beta and that we'll have the first movies being made in Movie Machine very, very shortly.
Very, very cool. So we're on the last day of NINC. You've been here for a few days.
Yes.
How has it been this year for you?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I missed last year. I was disappointed, but I came 2 years ago. And this is a reminder that I got to block out this time by calendar every year because it's all about the people and the people here. It's a just big enough group where you get to talk to tons of the crazy, amazing people, but it's not too big where it's overwhelming. And I feel like it's such a high density of talented, smart, just such creative storytellers that it's really unmatched.
And Nick.
And
I'm here too. Don't leave me out.
I mean, I wish there was more of you here, but I'll take one of Nick.
Believe me, one's enough for most people. Michael, good luck with the release coming up soon, and thanks for chatting with us again.
All right, thank you.
Whoa, Nick, I don't know about you, but I am beat.
I need a nap.
Hoy, this has been a fabulous few days of NINC. I mean, we've just been going almost nonstop.
I'll be honest, and Tordra and Mal and David, don't listen for a second. When I arrived, and I told you this before earlier, I was thinking, might skip next year, might do every other year.
You're out of the country pretty soon.
We're going to have to travel in from Cayman to do this and what have you. I was like, I think I might skip it. And now, I think this might be the best one I've come to. This is my fourth, I think, and I think this might be the best one.
And I think the thing that's great about it is, man, the revitalization. We don't get to see each other in person very often, so we actually get to sit here next to each other and record. That is highly, in fact, it's never happened, I think.
And this has been fun as heck, chatting with everybody at the show.
Fun.
Yeah. Hope you guys, the two of you listening to this, enjoy it too.
Yeah, but this has been, it's so revitalizing, and so it just kind of boosts our spirit. Like, we say this all the time, that writing is a lonely process, but this is an opportunity to be with, our tribe, our people, and like I said, it's a chance for you and I to hang out. We don't get to do that very often anyway. And so this, I feel ready to get back, get to work on some things. I mean, and I've got some great ideas I want to work on, not just putting words down on paper, but marketing stuff. So, I mean, what do you think? What have you taken away from this?
Yeah, there's been quite a few. I think like we've, a lot of other people that we've chatted to have said, it's you've got to filter from here, right? You've got to take away, go, okay, what are the things that are going to move the needle the most for me and make the biggest difference in what I'm up to? I think a shift in strategy on my audiobooks, I think, is one of the big things I'm going to do. I'm looking at potentially doing a recover on one of my series. I had a meeting with some wonderful people. I've had lots of good meetings, but there's 2 specific meetings with 2 sets of wonderful people that have some future projects that could be. I'm very, very excited about.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've got a ton of takeaways. You?
Oh man! So one of the biggest takeaways is it was one of the things they talked about is how people are using more of the Chat GPTs, the Claude, the AI chats to search instead of the Google.
Yep.
The Google instead of Google. and the thing that you got to take away from that is that how those AI engines, those LLMs operate is not the same as what Google or Yahoo.
It's not SEO anymore. It's different.
SEO. It's completely different, and it's quite convoluted. To be honest with you, it's going to take a little bit of work to get it there. There's some things that we as indie authors often kind of skipped over. So that kind of thing is going to take a little while, and that was one of the best sessions we did this week, I think, and that was done by Ricardo Fayette. He did
a really good job with that. It's one thing I think is really good is 2 years ago, AI was a bad word, and it was really carefully introduced in a few talks, and everyone was treading on eggshells and everything else. And as we all know, it's here in a major capacity, and we've got to learn to work with it,
right,
and alongside it, and utilize it as best we can. It doesn't mean it's going to write our books for us. It's not going to write my books for me.
It barely can, but
exactly.
It's going to. But it can work as your assistant. It can work
There's
as your
a lot of tools,
lots
right?
of things it can do for you.
So we need to, and there's been a lot of really healthy discussion over how it can be used as an assistant to your author career. That's been good.
And I haven't tried this. One of the best things I heard is somebody mentioned taking a screenshot of their Amazon ad page, loading it up on ChatGPT and asking it to analyze it, and that's something I hadn't thought about doing, and that's a great opportunity. I may play around with that, see how it does. So.
Yeah. No, this has been really good, and I'm definitely going to be coming back next year. So
absolutely.
All right. Thanks for listening in. Again, thank you for Vellum for supporting the show.
Thank you,
Join our Patreon, please, because you're nice people, and we'll catch you next time.
That's right. We got to get a nap in.
Yeah, we got to get a nap in. So until next time, be cool to each other.
Fair winds and following seas.
You've been listening to the Two Authors Podcast with Nicholas Harvey and Douglas Pratt. Subscribe on your favourite platform for new shows coming every week.